I started 3 years ago, like randomly got into the 67 steps through a YouTube video, and I went through them, got like other programs, watched the podcasts and everything. And 3 years ago, I started an Instagram account, okay?
Sure.
And I started multiple ones, and about 2 years ago, I started a personal brand. And since then, I've been growing it, like, by the way, and had focused on the other things. And right now, it's making me, like, just the personal brand, 40K a month.
Nice.
And at the beginning of the year, in 2019, I started cooperating from influencers with, like, all around the world who already have a personal brand.
Okay.
And I built funnels for them then. Like,
Okay.
used their social media and helped them with that. And we generated, like, with just one guy, he had like 15,000 followers, over $1 million in sales in 45 days with like 2 funnels.
Nice.
So what would you focus on? Like right now with the personal brand, that's what I would like to focus on. It's making like 40, 50K a month. What's like the
Does
one
the funnels make more?
Yes, no, it's like, yeah, it's about the same. Because I have percentages, like when I build funnels for influencers. But I want to focus on the personal brand because it's making the same and like
Here's what I tell you. I've heard this question a lot.
yeah.
I was behind the stage, I don't know, like 3 years ago. A guy came up to me just like you. He's like, I have 2 income streams.
Yeah.
I like this one more, and this one I don't like so much. And he goes, I'm going to stop this one and do this one.
But
I said, okay, go ahead.
Yeah, the thing is, like, the influencers that I cooperate with is I take them from my personal brand and I push them. I document their story. Like that's what I'm starting doing right now. Is take students who have results because I have an online program where I teach people Instagram and making money, and people get the results. So I take the people who have the results, document them on my Instagram account, have them with the Instagram account, take percentages.
Okay.
And
You take a percentage.
yeah, I take percentages from their funnel.
Do you
their
like
business.
that? Or you're saying you want to do
No,
just
I'm-
your brand more?
It's part of my brand because I have my brand
Yep.
and I document the success stories from students,
Yep.
and then I go and tell them, yo, want to cooperate? Let me take 25% and I will help you with your funnel, with your Instagram account, and optimize it. So I have lots of people with it. Now I want to focus on the personal brand, only on that, and also like part of the personal brand is cooperating with the influencers. What is like the one thing that you would focus on when it comes to the personal brand? Right now I'm just on Instagram.
Yeah.
Starting on YouTube, like started it 2 weeks ago. I have 1,000 followers or whatever, like not much. Email list of like next to 100,000 people. Email list. What's like the one thing when it comes to growing the personal brand and getting it to the next level that you would focus on?
So, how to grow a personal brand? I will tell you this: at the end of the day, everybody now wants to be wants a personal brand. So it's way more saturated than when I started. That's the bad news. I like to give people the bad news first, like the Godfather movie. The good news is that most people are doing it completely wrong. They're not creative. Everybody's following the same thing. I was talking about Mr. Beast. You look at somebody like Mr. Beast. He's doing stuff so far out of the box, so unpredictable, that he's growing at whatever, a couple million YouTube followers a month. I would say, how can you be even more unpredictable in your Instagram account? Let me look at your Instagram account.
Yeah, sure. It's
What is it?
Niklas Pedder. Niklas Pedde.
Nick Lust, like that?
Yes, Pedder. Pedde.
So is it going to be an unpredictable account or a predictable post?
Kind of both.
All right, I'm gonna see if I might need somebody else that has better Wi-Fi.
You can take
My Verizon US. Okay, let's
This
see.
is another account. This is the person.
Yeah, got to be more crazy. I can tell you it's not crazy enough.
Okay.
So look, here I can predict you're kind of posting selfies and you're talking about stuff, which is fine.
Yep.
But it's predictable, right?
Yep.
Like, you got that post, that post, that post. Yeah. So you need to do something like, throwing $10,000 into the fire and burning it and showing people why you know how to make money, so you're not scared of losing $10,000.
Okay.
That post,
It's going to go viral.
well, it would be more viral than any of those.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Give $10,000 to somebody homeless, buy them a house in Germany.
Yeah. Just crazy stuff that people don't expect.
Unpredictable. It doesn't have to be crazy, because sometimes I say crazy and then people like do weird. Weird doesn't help you. Nobody wants to follow somebody. Like, set somebody on fire, that's weird, but you probably go to jail.
Yeah.
So it's not just weird, it's unpredictable. But don't only burn $10,000, then the next week burn 10. Then they're like, oh, that's the burn $10,000 guy.
Yeah, sure. Like
It loses its power. No, just come up with something. One of your goals in life as a social media influencer is to like go, what?
would people be surprised that I did?
Yeah.
Like with me, for example, a lot of people think, like there was a guy who did a debate with me about a year ago, I don't know if you remember. And he's like, Ty's not a legitimate businessman. He doesn't know real business skills. All this dude knows how to do is talk on Instagram. So then I pulled off one of the biggest business deals in the United States. Bought a 750 million revenue company. He's not gonna say that anymore. That's unpredictable. Yeah. I talked to a lot of people like, what? You did well? I thought you just do Instagram. I'm like, I make moves behind the scenes and then I surprise you.
Yeah.
And I've always been doing that. So you need to be more surprising.
That's when it comes to like growing the personal brand, right?
I promise you your brand will go faster.
Yeah, but I mean like in general, when it comes to the business itself, it's just not just Instagram. Like building the funnel, driving traffic.
That doesn't
Instagram,
matter.
all
That
stuff.
drives the business.
Yeah.
In the book, The One Thing by Gary Keller, you got to think, you know dominoes? Do you guys have dominoes? If you push one domino right, it kind of rolls all the dominoes.
Yeah.
Like Kylie Jenner, she starts her Snapchat. She gets it, she had 20 million Snap followers. That's all she really did well. She got to 20 million, largest Snapchat. Then she started a makeup company. Do you think she's the most skilled makeup cosmetic businesswoman in the world? No, but she pushed one domino and she just sold half her company for 600 million bucks. She's a billionaire at 22. So you're asking me like, what are all the dominoes I should push? Get that one, get a dynamic social media following.
Yeah.
If you're amazing at that, then you can be decent at the other things. You see what I'm saying?
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
I have one content question.
Yeah.
If we now start with our personal brand about dropshipping / e-commerce, would you go very broad? Because like we could go into dropshipping, how to make the Facebook scale. That's what all the dropshippers are doing.
Mm-hmm.
Or would you go more broad, like you're doing in some videos? Okay.
Like
you're
saying
you're never
how to
talking
sell stuff online, right?
instead of dropshipping.
Because both is kind of saturated. Sorry to interrupt.
Yeah. I mean, here's the thing. Just remember this even with drop shipping. You got to be evolving as a brand because your main thing has to be, if you're teaching, you got to give results. Drop shipping's getting more and more saturated.
Yeah.
So you guys got to be thinking, what's the next thing? I think the next thing really in e-commerce, instead of drop shipping other people's products, is how to develop your own brand. I think it's more, I would start, that's what we're teaching in e-com. It's more like, okay, everybody's getting stuff from China and shipping it. Think of it this way. Whatever the nature of economics is very simple. Whatever everybody does stops working.
Yeah.
It's even with your body. If you always bench press, eventually your body
We'll stop
kind of
going to the same
acclimates
kind-
to
yeah.
it. So if you look at a guy like Arnold Schwarzenegger, he started doing weird other exercises like curls or,
Flies and stuff.
yeah, you do something, you surprise the body. And so I think in economics, people find, a lot of people are teaching stuff that I was teaching in like 2013. And I'm going, well, it kind of works now. It really worked back then. So you got to think, what'll be the best thing in 2020, 2021? Start teaching it now.
And what do you think it is?
I think for an
Building
e-com
e-com
world, I
brands.
think it's buying brands. What you guys should do is buy some company. Buy small German companies that are doing $1 to $2 million. There's a guy, I was in England and he came up to me. He has a digital agency. He sold it for
I've seen the video.
a couple $1 million. What he's doing now, he buys dry cleaning. He's from Austria or Switzerland. He buys dry cleaning companies, takes them online. He buys them for like 1 or 2 million, but he doesn't use his own money. He like puts down like 50,000 or 20,000 or uses other investors.
Yeah.
And he's using his e-com skills. He has like 20 dry cleaning companies making a couple $1 million a year.
Is there, like, if we decide to buy a company now, like you said, is there any possibility to take consultation of your Alex?
Yeah,
Just
you
like,
can
let's say, for
WhatsApp
example.
me. WhatsApp me. But I will tell you this: your first deal is going to be your worst one. So just get used to it. Don't spend a lot. Don't take a huge risk with your own money.
Yeah.
Well, what's
That's
should-
the best nugget I've learned.
Like
today, honestly.
$25,000 is the most you should buy it for, of cash of your own money.
Yeah.
You can buy $1 million, $2 million company. Just pay them in payments. Here's my advice to you how to buy. Here's how you buy a business.
Film everything.
You go to the owner that wants to retire. They're old. Okay? Actually, shoot from that side. Did that one have to twist my hand? So you go to an owner of a business who's like 65. They want out. Nobody will buy their business because nobody buys small business. You say, I'll tell you what. How much are you making now? Let's say they're making 10 grand a month. You say, I'll give you 10 grand a month for, let's say they want $1 million. You say, I'll give you 10 grand a month for the next 8 years or 10 years. And they go, and you go, if the business doesn't work and I miss 2 payments, I give you the business back. So you tell them you can't lose money. Okay, now a lot of people will say no to this.
Yeah.
But 1 out of 10 will be like, okay, because they have no other choices.
Yeah.
Then you pick up a business, you add email marketing to it,
Yeah.
you add e-com, social media, it goes to 30,000. It's already was making 10, you give them 10 and you got 20,000 of free money.
And then I'll automate it.
Yeah, and then get one of your followers to become the manager. And some of these businesses that are doing 10 grand, I've turned them like to make 500 grand a month.
Okay,
Like
crazy.
a lot of these businesses are
So
solid,
underpaid.
like local businesses. Like it can be. I have a friend who bought a fence company in California. A buddy of mine just bought 12 pizza restaurants in Atlanta, Georgia, and he's gonna. They have no social email list. You know, people want pizza things, and I don't know how to do Facebook.
Are you documenting right now what you're doing with the company you bought?
Yeah, but so the deals I've already done these deals I'm teaching you about. I've already done those littler deals.
Yeah.
I'm now working on bigger ones that are hard to document a deal like this. This one is like 4 months and costs you $500,000 in lawyer fees. I don't recommend. Don't do these for a while. These are like harder, and
Do you have any book or video course in mind what we could, like the content?
I know. I think I need to do a course on how to buy small to medium-sized business.
Dan Pena does something like this, if I'm not wrong,
The
a
guy
little bit.
freaks out
Do you know
always,
Dan Pena?
I don't campaign. What is
Dan
it?
The guy who's always
The guy who's saying
Cursing.
that
and stuff.
Yeah.
Old guy.
Yeah, I don't. Older guy. I think I've heard of him. Yeah, I don't know. I've never heard his
okay.
program.
No, but you should, because that's actually like we want to go long term in big deals and stuff. We didn't know how to start. Like when is
You
the
don't want
cut?
to start like tomorrow. That's not what
Small.
we meant.
Just do small. You can
Start small and
I
get
would
bigger.
start, man. If I could go back in time, I would start buying businesses on day 1.
Okay.
If I could have one skill, I'm telling you, buying businesses is easier than starting.